Hey there, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the world of Reclamation. Don't mind me, I'm just watering my cuprosha plants because we need a lot of copper nuggets to do some new stuff in today's episode. So let me grab the rest of these, like so, because now that we have access to copper, gold, silver, and I was going to say a word and I forgot the word, so I'm not going to say the word anymore. Now that we have access to many resources, we're going to delve a little bit deep into the resource generation tree and start working on some mystical agriculture. What I want to start working on is getting these seeds first, and as you can see, it's going to take Prudentium essence, and before we get there, we need to make prosperity shards. Now, prosperity shards are actually pretty simple to get in this pack. You just take your copper nugget and hit it with a pickaxe on a cutting board. So if we just take that here, and actually, I have an iron pickaxe. We'll use that for now. I think I want to make a botanist pickaxe, because then, as you know, we can heal it using our aura cache. So let's move this, grab this, and I'll start chopping this up. Now it is only a 10% chance, so there you go, 1 prosperity shard. We have 200 copper nuggets, so we should expect to get around 20 in this process. So I'll cut it and we'll see how much we get at the end. So it looks like we were a little bit above average, just by a tiny bit with 26. And my pickaxe did break, so I went and made the botanist pickaxe. That way you can just do this. Hold shift and repair it. Super easy stuff. All the other stuff as well. I love this mechanic, it's so nice to use. So now with 26 prosperity shards, and it gives you an extra 8 for completing the quest. One of the first things that will let us craft is the infernium watering can, which increases the area that our current watering can water, which is nice. That will make getting more of the copper ingots go even faster. But as you can see, this will take 4 mystical fertilizer and 4 infernium ingots, and the mystical fertilizer uses an ember crystal, fertilized essence, and 4 Prudentium essence. So this is something you kind of had to wait until chapter 3 to do because you don't have access to ember crystals yet. Regardless, we're going to continue down this way to get some of the seeds. The first seed we're going to want is the infernium seed, because infernium drops from mobs, and we have been collecting it over time. And as you can see, we've only collected 26, but once we can grow it, it'll be much easier to obtain. So, sometimes I get my words jumbled up. If you used mystical agriculture before, all the essence seeds grow on essence farmland. And it's easy to make. You just need infernium essence and farmland to craft it. Or dirt and a hoe. Let's see, you should be able to... Yeah, if you use this, you can get it in your hand, or you could just craft it like that. So we will have to collect some dirt, which is easy. As you can see, I did expand the area a bit more. So where can we steal some dirt? Oh, I know exactly where we can steal some dirt. I think I left it in the chest here when I was done with it. Yep, there it is. Bam! If you look at the minimap, as you can see, I expanded the platform a little bit. I was using landfill, because as you can see, I tore down a lot of this hill again to fill in the space, but I got lazy. So this is actually hollow underneath. I just put a lot of torches. And we're also going to need a better hoe, I think. This one will work for now. So if we do dirt, hoe, and our farmland, you get some infernium farmland. Moving on to the infernium seeds. Take any kind of seed, surround it in infernium essence. Let us put some of the old seeds to use to make 1 infernium seed. And it gives you mystical fertilizer as well. And then mystical agriculture uses these infernium growth accelerators. They grow the crop above them faster, with higher tiers giving you bigger range, so you can stack more underneath the farmland. This one looks like the range is only 12 blocks, and I believe the way it works is, if you come out over here, if you are to, say, place it under this block, the range is essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then goes out that way. and 12 that way. So in total, it covers like a big 24 by 24 area, if I'm thinking about it right. So that's a range of 12 blocks. So I assume that means the radius is 12 and not the entire diameter. Regardless, these are also useful to get. You need 4 infernium essence, 4 types of stone, and 1 infernium gemstone, which will take a prosperity gemstone, which will take a diamond. Now we don't have access to diamonds yet. I'm actually not even sure how we're supposed to get it. Because if we take a look at the crafting here, you don't really see it. I assume you get it through alchemy, but I'm not even sure how to do that. Like, I don't even see where it comes up here. I'm guessing it comes from this one, with the blood magic, because that makes a diamond here. So I'm assuming that's where you have to get diamonds first. But for now, we can ignore that, because we have watering cans. We can speed up the growth anyway. They're really useful just for making automated farms, because they increase the output. Now next we're going to need the infusion altar and the 8 pedestals. These are going to be needed to make the next couple seeds, like all of these. I wonder what these are for. Fire seeds. Infernium. Oh, that just shows those ones. Yeah, these will pop up because they can use any seed. Seed reprocessing, fire essence, and then the essence is used to make stuff like stone and sand. And there was someone in the comments before telling me that once I get this going, we don't have to go back to the beach to get more sand. We could just get more by crafting it. So let's see. We have 9 farmland. I don't remember if you have to keep it watered, but we do have the space. I'll probably put it over here, because if we take a look, you can see there's all this room underneath. That'll make it easier later on to put the growth accelerator underneath. So let's start it right here, and then we can also have the rest of the mystical agriculture on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's grab that dirt, don't want to waste it. And as you could see, these are tier 1. I believe you can put these on crop sticks as well. Yeah, you can put crop sticks here and do it like so. So you can also make these perfect 10 out of 10 crops. Let's grow this up. Oh, it does have to be irrigated, so we'll need a water source here. Let's see. Grab that. The only issue is if I make a hole under this, it's going to flow out. So we're going to have to put it right here. And then we'll just have to plug the bottom. Bam! Now we could just irrigate this again. And let's see, this is probably not going to grow because it's nighttime. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep to make it day. Now, the mystical fertilizer is great because it instantly grows any crop or sapling. But since we're going to be using the crop sticks, we probably don't need to use it for now. We'll just use it for crafting the other items. Let me grab my magnifying glass. And let's make some toast, because I'm all out of food. People were telling me in the comments, oh, you can turn the bread into toast. And I was aware, because of this. It's very neat. You could just click on it like that to make it. And then you can click on the toast, and it moves it to the oven. We'll put that in the fridge. You come to the oven, and you can see it starts cooking it. I really like the animation on this too. It's very simple, but it basically shows how it's processing it from the bread into the toast. You can also be more efficient with the wheat if you grind it down. Anyway, so now we can take a look. It's at 1111. We're going to try and make this perfect. And we can also get one more. We put seeds on the side. We'll fill up this whole thing. Make some more. And let's see, this should grow faster using the watering can, as it does, you can see here. Done. Move the bucket. Now we can harvest this. I'm not sure if it gave me something. Let me try again. Sometimes it's hard to tell. 75, 87.5, 100. Yep, there we go. But as you can see, at the bottom tier, the yields are going to be very, very low. We want to increase this, so I'm going to get these all the way to 10-10, and we'll come back once that's done. Alright, it took the whole rest of the Minecraft night, but we have 2 maxed out infernium crops. Now we can fill out the rest of this and get even more. There we go, fill out this. Perfect. Let's see, how many do we get out of this? I should have been counting. We're at 55. So it looks like we get 4, which is pretty good. That's a lot more than 0 to 1. Now that we have a stable supply of infernium essence, we can move on to the infusion altar. So as you can see, you can't craft this without gold, which means you can't really start it too early on. You have to wait till early chapter 3. But it's 2 gold, 1 red wool, and 4 stone. So we have the gold. We should have stone available. We will need 1 wool, which we can get from our flax here. If only I max this guy out. Let's see, 2. Luckily, we only need 4 string. 4 and 5. No, not 5, 4. And grab the final one. We're also going to need red dye, which we can get from our rose. And I think I have some stone lying around. I might have converted all of it into living rock. Yeah, there's 2 left over. That's not going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cook that off. Grab the 2. Turn the flax into string. Turn the string into wool. Turn the white wool into red wool. Grab 1. We just need 1 more to finish that. And then the infusion pedestals also take red wool, more gold, and more stone. Okay, so we need 8 wool, 8 times 4, 32 string. Do I have any more string left over? I do not. We do have a lot of bone meal, though, left over. So I can make more string that way. And luckily we're cooking all the cobblestone. Okay, so I'm going to make some more string. We're also going to need more red dye. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we have all the materials we're going to need. Convert all the flax into string, all the string into wool, all the white into red. And now we can craft our altar and our 8 infusion pedestals. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Chapter quest complete. And another 32 infernium essence. And now that we have the altar, we can make the elemental seeds. These first elemental seeds don't have very many direct crafting uses, but are important stepping stones to bigger and better things. Essence seeds aren't clonable, meaning you'll need 2 or more to actually start increasing their stats. Interesting. So we can't clone them just like the infernium essence seeds, which means for each one I'll have to do that exact same process again. But do you use them to make... No, it doesn't look like you use them for any hybrids, which means I'll just have to go through that entire process for each one. But it's one of those things, you know, the payoff is worth the efforts you put in. Let's see. The way this works, activate with a wand or magic or a redstone signal, I believe it's like so, and it places it so I don't have to think about it. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and right here. Move the torch. And we will need a lever. Or a button, any kind of redstone signal works really. I just like using levers because they feel more fun to pull a lever than click a button. Put the lever right here. And now we can make the first 4 seeds. Now what is it going to take to make these? Fire agglomeratic. We'll also need prosperity seed base. So that's 1. This one, earth agglomeratic, and then probably agglomeratics for the rest. And water agglomeratic is a water bucket, gravel, dirt, and a clay ball. And we'll need at least 2 of these, so you have to double all of this, along with prosperity seeds. So if we're doing 4, 8, we need 16, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8. No, you only need 8 prosperity seed bases, which is just wheat and prosperity seeds. And we only need 8, so luckily we have just enough. So we will need some seeds. Wheat to be exact, which we don't have, so we're gonna have to make some more by stealing this guy. That's 1 seed. Do this. We should be able to just clone it like so. I think this is working. Let's see. I can't tell. Might have to just do this to actually clone it. Because we'll need 8 wheat seeds. Let's see, there we go. That's 2. That's 3. This will be 4. Okay, let's put away this red dye, the dawnstone, the wheat for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spread that. And it doesn't work. Does it have to be plain vanilla wheat seeds? If it does, that's kind of weird. Because I don't have plain seeds. You would think it would work with any seed, but I guess it's very specifically wants the Minecraft ones and not the AgriCraft ones. Alright, well, as you saw, we can get more wheat seeds just from cutting wheat. So I'll just have to do that. We'll need 8 of these seeds. Grab our knife. There we go. So now this should work. Awesome. 8 prosperity seed base. Put away this. And now we'll need the agglomeratics. So for the fire, we'll take a lava bucket, gravel, dirt, clay. Grass, dirt, clay. A glass bottle. Okay, so it's gravel, dirt, and clay. And then the only difference is lava bucket, water bucket, glass bottle, and what was this one? And grass. How do you get the grass again? Tall grass. Any axe? Grass is just... needs a block on tall grass. I thought you have to use a... needs or prefers any axe. I thought you have to use... shears. Unless I'm remembering wrong. But we have a lot of grass available. Let's see. Let's see, it said axe. Yeah, no, it has to be shears. I wonder why it says axe. And we need 1 grass per agglomeratic. We need 8, so we need 2 more. Oh, that was the easiest one to get. So you put that away. Let's see, we're also going to need a bunch of clay, gravel, and dirt. So we can make a dirt at will, that's no problem. We have a bunch of gravel. We have some dirt. More gravel. We're just going to need clay, which we have here, some more dirt. So we'll just need... how many do we need in total? We need 8 seeds. Each seed requires 4. So you need 8 of these, and a single one takes 1. So we need 8 of these, 8 times 4. So we need 32 of each. 32 lava buckets is a lot of lava buckets. Okay. We do have the rest of the clay and gravel, so we do need the dirt. Dirt is easy though. We could just make more dirt. Oh, we have dirt in there. Grab this. 13, we need 32, so that's 20, 19 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Put that away. I was off? Oh, there it is. So let's make the earth agglomeratic. Grass, dirt, gravel, and clay. To make that. The air is going to take 8 glass bottles. I should have, there it is. 8 glass bottles. Put away that. Then this is going to be the more difficult one because we're going to need 1 more space in our inventory because we're clogged up again. Earth, air, don't need the crop sticks. Don't need those sticks either. We're going to need buckets of water, which is a little bit annoying, and then we'll need buckets of lava. Luckily we have a lava pool nearby, so we'll just have to run to that. So I'll come back once I've crafted the last agglomeratics. So that'll be the water and the fire agglomeratic. Alright, all the agglomeratics are crafted. I accidentally crafted an extra air, so I needed 1 extra dirt. But now that we have all of those, we can combine it with our infernium essence and our prosperity shards to make our first seeds. We're also going to need some more of this farmland, but for now, we can start making this. And it's a very simple process. Let's see, those go in the plus side. You just place all your items on the pedestals, flick the switch, it starts working, and then you're done. That's it. Fire seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Let's see, put the fire seeds away. Next will be the air, and then the earth and the water. And now we're finishing up the final water seed. Goes in here. Infernium essence goes here. And that's all of the elemental seeds, to air, to fire, to earth, and to water. Done. I wonder why they made it so it's not clonable. I don't really see it. Oh, they're underneath. I was like, huh? I hear them, but I don't see them. Stay down there. Well, that's annoying. Do I have gravel? We'll just keep them down there for now until they get tired and leave. So now that those are done, we can move on to Prudent. Let's go where they're not going to be so noisy. That works. We can move on to Prudentium essence. More potent than regular infernium essence, Prudentium essence can be infused to make useful essence seeds. Make it by fortifying infernium essence with all 4 elemental essences in a cauldron. You can also make it in the metallurgic infuser. So you can see if you take your infernium essence and then take one of these essences, you can turn it into Prudentium essence. But right now, we don't have access to mechanism, so we're going to have to do it through the witch's cauldron. It's going to take 4 essence and 3 infernium essence to do so, which is a bit more expensive. As you can see, this is like the super efficient way to do it, but this is going to be way later on. I'm not even sure what chapter it's going to be before we get to... what's the word? Get to mechanism, because it's not even in our current chapter. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not even in our current chapter. Regardless, we could just start planting the seeds, and we're going to need more of that special farmland. There it is. Infernium farmland. I believe this also upgrades, right? Huh. Farmland. Yeah. Oh, that's why, because you just use the essence to craft it. I thought you had to use like the basic one as a part of the crafting for the higher tier ones, but it's entirely just based on the essence. So since we have more of the seeds, I'm wondering, oh, they're still underneath, what the best method would be. We could probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then grow them out that way. And these guys are getting to be quite annoying. I'm just gonna get rid of them. Give me 1 second. Okay, they're taken care of, so let's continue with our farmland. So we're gonna do 7, we're gonna do 7 wide and then just grow it out. So we'll need to get rid of this. 1, and then 1 more over here. Like so. And then that'll be infernium. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I don't want to break this. Oh, we have some dirt in here, so that'll work. And then we can always expand it out. Let me grab this. We can use this dirt to make the farmland. I'm gonna have to replace these torches. And then replace this too. And that should be all the farmland we need. We will need another hoe though, because this one is on its last legs. I'm just gonna make it out of cobblestone, because I don't see the point in making a higher tier pickaxe. I mean, higher tier hoe. We don't use it that often. And with the level of use we do have, it's not really that important. 1, 2... Actually, yeah, we could just click that. There we go. I was going to count it out, but we have the exact amount of dirt we need. Place that all here. And right there. Perfect. Now let's water this. And we are going to have to get a lot more of our sticks. Let's see, that should be enough. 32 enough? Possibly. And is that 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, so that's not going to reach over here. So we're going to need a new water source right here. There we go. Let's grab our bucket. Let's fill it with water. And fill this. Come out over here. Water that. And we're good to go. Eat some toast. Now using these seeds, we'll just plant them the exact same way. And now we just have to take the time to get all of these to tier 10 as well. It's only 4 seeds, so that's going to take what? An hour to do all 4? But at least for right now, all we need to do is unlock Prudentium Essence, which will only take 1 of each. And then using the Prudentium Essence, let's see, how do we use this? You can start using it to make the better farmland. You can make a Prudentium furnace, Prudentium ingots, take prosperity ingots, which take diamonds, which we don't have. We can start using it to make mystical fertilizer, which is good for the trees. And then machine upgrades, let's see. Oh, interesting. So with 4 Prudentium essence, you can upgrade it using the runic altar into tertium essence. Let's see, anything else in here that is of use? No, it doesn't seem like it. Item to infuse. The metallurgic infuser with Terra Steel. I mean, it's a Terra Steel nugget. So, I mean, this is a lot more efficient. Deep slate. Oh, so here are the seeds we can make. So we can make deep slate seeds. Augment stone seeds. Ice. dirt, nether, wood. I think that's it. And I think that's the same ones that they showed here. Nether, stone, dirt, deep slate, wood, and ice. Interesting. Okay. So basic materials. Not stuff that's in super high demand. Like nether and stone we can just get. Deep slate we can just get. Dirt we can summon at will. The wood is nice because then we don't have to cut down any more trees. We could just grow wood. But it looks like the really good stuff is going to come at tier 3, which will be the skystone, copper, the dyes, nature seed, iron, lead, gold, silver, coal, mystical flowers, zinc, tin, and solium. And then after that, let's see, Certus quartz, steel, enderman, nether quartz, redstone, yeah, better stuff. But I think for this, no, it's just Prudentium essence. So it's actually, so once you have access to gold to make the altar, you can actually go pretty far in the essence side of it to get the seeds. What do you use nature seeds for? Nature seeds are used for, let's see, I don't see anything here. Oh, they're used for nature essence, and you use the essence to make this stuff. So you can make podzol, grass blocks, more grass, trees. Yeah, because that's the wood essence. So it has good uses, but not super good uses for the nature essence. And as you can see here, you also need the magical bees to do that. And I'm still stuck on rocky bees. Let's see, and these are the metal bees. But if we can get, like this is tin, silver, gold, lead. If we can start growing these through mystical agriculture, I don't really see the point in using the bees. The bees exist to be fun, but they are a lot more annoying, which is why I kind of don't want to go down that side. Mystical agriculture seems to be a lot easier. Anyways, so now that's done, we can start growing these guys to get better. I'm going to do that between videos because just getting these ones to perfect took a long time. I don't want to waste even more recording time on that. But I think that's pretty good for now because the process is essentially exactly the same. We're going to grow these seeds, get that essence, use that essence to make Prudentium essence. Then we're going to get these seeds, do the exact same thing, max these out, and then go down here, get these seeds, max those seeds out. The only thing I'll have to sidestep is go into bees to get the magical bees. Because we need, which one? You need nature bees. Nature bees are this one. Wait, terra bees, what do you produce? What do terra bees produce? They produce terra steel nuggets. That's pretty good. But I think there's a seed to grow terra steel, right? Prismarine, glowstone. There is not. Emerald. Interesting. Okay. I'm reinvigorated into getting into bees. Because if you can make terra steel through bees, that actually saves a heck of a lot of time. And then the natural bees take the cursed queen and the dried queen. How do you get a cursed queen? It comes from a crimson queen and a warped queen. It comes from a rocky queen and a rocky queen. Interesting. Let's see, how are our bees even doing? We haven't looked at them in a long time. Dried, dried, dried. Desiccated, rocky. Desiccated, rocky, rocky. So we are getting more rocky drones, which is nice. Ooh, even a rocky comb. But I haven't been over here to actually watch them. So I'm not doing that. But I think if I want to speed this up faster, we do have access to, where is it? Via Romana. Where is our summoning book? Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah, we can summon bee nests. It just takes a bunch of white, Mutandis, Whiff of Magic, Propolis, and Rune of Earth. Propolis I don't think we don't have any propolis. Propolis. Because this comes from, yeah, they come from rocky combs, of which we only have 2. And even then, it's a 5% chance. And you can't cut this, you need the centrifuge. Oh, but we can make the centrifuge now. Because we have access to redstone, iron. Yeah, we can make the centrifuge. Cool. That will save me having to use the cutting board, which is nice. So, although I don't think the bees themselves is very interesting to watch, this is definitely something I'll have to do in my spare time just to work on it and then give you guys updates. Because it's not really interesting to watch me sit here, look at the bees, and wait for them to process into the new bees. Regardless, this is good news. We can start growing stuff, and this is actually a lot cheaper than I thought. So I'm going to get the rest of these seeds off camera, and then next episode we'll probably continue down this chapter, because I want to unlock the next chapter through here, because that's going to start getting us animals, which I think is going to be a lot more interesting once we get past the rest of this embered rekindled stuff. I do find it funny that in this chapter we're going to unlock these metal crystal seeds, which do grow copper, iron, lead, and zinc, even though we're going to start growing the essence of them as well. But I think just growing through here is a lot more efficient than using those. But for right now, it feels good because we're not really hurting for any materials. Like especially now that we have the this machine over here. Now that we have this, it's actually, oh, we're actually all out of flux. Interesting. How do I put it's in here, right? Yeah. Thanks to this machine. Oh, I have more in here too. Put you in there. Thanks to this, I can turn pretty much all of our copper into other stuff. I don't think, we can't turn copper into silver and gold, but silver and gold are interchangeable, and gold is a lot easier to get. But lead, copper, and iron can now just be changed at will, which is pretty nice, and then we can just reconstitute it over here, which is good. I don't have to waste a lot of time as before, and since we can grow copper, it's a lot easier to turn the copper into sulfur, and then change the sulfur into the other ones, rather than get the copper, melt it down into the iron sulfur, and then reconstitute the iron sulfur, which is good. We're making good progress through the pack. Anyways, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.